Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. I never did a day's work in my life. It was all fun. I'd put my money on the sun and solar energy. What a source of power. I hope we don't have to wait until oil and coal run out before we tackle that. The three great essentials to achieve anything worthwhile are: first, hard work; second, stick-to-itiveness; third, common sense. There is no substitute for hard work. Restlessness and discontent are the first necessities of progress. The most important thing that I have learned is to trust in God and myself, and then to be patient. I never did anything worth doing by accident. Nor did any of my inventions come by accident, they came by work. The doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will interest his patients in the care of the human frame, in diet, and in the cause and prevention of disease. Everything comes to him who hustles while he waits. I have friends in overalls whose friendship I would not swap for the favor of the kings of the world. The best thinking has been done in solitude. The worst has been done in turmoil. To invent, you need a good imagination and a pile of junk. There's a way to do it better. Find it. I start where the last man left off. There is no expedient to which a man will not resort to avoid the real labor of thinking. The successful person makes a habit of doing what the failing person doesn't like to do. I am not discouraged because every wrong attempt discarded is a step forward. Just because something doesn't do what you planned it to do doesn't mean it's useless. I do not believe there is any thrill that can go through the human heart like that felt by the inventor as he sees some creation of the brain unfolding to success. The chief function of the body is to carry the brain around. To have a great idea, have a lot of them. The value of an idea lies in the using of it. The world owes nothing to any man, but every man owes something to the world. The best way to make a good product is to make a lot of prototypes and refine your design again and again. The greatest invention in the world is the mind of a child. I have not failed. I have successfully discovered 10,000 ways that do not work. The reason a lot of people do not recognize opportunity is because it usually goes around wearing overalls looking like hard work. I have always been ahead of my time, but only by 2 weeks. Discontent is the first necessity of progress. I never lose. I either win or learn. I have friends who are extremely successful who have almost no spiritual life. And I have friends who are very spiritual who have little success, or none at all. Balance is the key. To be successful, you must have single-minded devotion to your goal. The thing I lose patience with the most is the clock. Its hands move too fast. The man who doesn't make up his mind to cultivate the habit of thinking misses the greatest pleasure in life. The habit of thinking misses the greatest pleasure in life. The greatest achievement was at first, and for a time, a dream. Hell, there are no rules here. We're trying to accomplish something. A good intention, with a bad approach, often leads to a poor result. Success is 10% inspiration and 90% perspiration. I find out what the world needs. Then I go ahead and try to invent it. Being busy does not always mean real work. The object of all work is production, or accomplishment. And to either of these ends there must be forethought, system, planning, intelligence, and honest purpose, as well as perspiration. Seeming to do is not doing. Non-violence leads to the highest ethics, which is the goal of all evolution. Until we stop harming all other living beings, we are still savages. If we all did the things we are capable of doing, we would literally astound ourselves. I have far more respect for the person with a single idea who gets there than for the person with 1,000 ideas who does nothing. I have never heard of anyone stumbling on something sitting down. If we did all the things we are capable of, we would literally astound ourselves. Be courageous. Have faith. Go forward. The greatest discovery of my generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitudes. Your worth consists in what you are and not in what you have. If you want to succeed, you have to be willing to do the things that others aren't willing to do. I never did anything worth doing by accident, nor did any of my inventions come indirectly through accident, except the phonograph. No, when I have fully decided that a result is worth getting, I go about it, and make trial after trial, until it comes. The most important single ingredient in the formula of success is knowing how to get along with people. Our schools are not teaching students to think. How many young people have difficulty in putting their brains, definitely, and systematically to work? I believe that the science of chemistry alone almost proves the existence of an intelligent creator. If parents pass enthusiasm along to their children, they will leave them an estate of incalculable value. When you have exhausted all possibilities, remember this: you haven't. I do not believe there is any problem in this country, or the world today, which could not be settled if approached through the teaching of the Sermon on the Mount. To do much clear thinking, a person must arrange for regular periods of solitude, when they can concentrate and indulge the imagination without distraction.